go 3, 4, and I was always there, you know. He shook me, he put me down, and that's boxing, and it's life as well. It's not about how many times you get put down or how many times you lose or win. It's about how you can come back and keep getting back up and keep moving forward. Like Rocky said, you've got to keep moving forward and in a positive manner and keep fighting. Not just in a boxing fight, but in life in general, because nothing's ever going to be easy. If you want something that's very hard to get, you've got to sacrifice and dedicate and keep pushing no matter what. And never let anybody tell you you can't. Because tonight, again, time and time again, I show that it's very possible to achieve anything you ever want as long as you believe it in here.
Amen. And I know it's getting late, and I know you guys have a ton of questions over there, so we can turn it over now to the media. Everyone up here is available for questions. I see you back there.
Kevin Ioli from Yahoo Sports. This is for Tyson. Congratulations, Tyson.
Thank you.
I wonder where you look at your place in boxing history, in heavyweight history, as a 6'9", 277-pound guy. I can't imagine there's too many heavyweights in the history of the sport that would be able to deal with you. How do you see your place when you look at the whole history of boxing?
You know, I've always been one of these people who always says, like, I can never fight people from the past, so I'd never disrespect anybody. I can only beat whoever's in my era, and I've done that. I've done that all my life. I don't like competing with other fighters from the past because it's fantasy, and it's not reality. And I wouldn't like to disrespect any of the former champions or long line of champions in the heavyweight, even from when heavyweights were like 185 pounds. Right till today. I never disrespect any of them, and I respect the sport wholeheartedly. And let's just say I'm the lineal champion of my era, and I can only be the best of my day, and I've done that. I'm the best fighter in my era. I'm the generation fighter. I actually feel sorry for all these guys who's had to fight me, because I've got in the dressing room at home. I'm not nervous. You know, it's a boxing fight to me. I feel sorry for them because they're fighting the fighter of the generation. That's for sure.
And you know, Tyson, you follow the sport for a long time, so if you don't want to put your place in history, who are the heavyweights that you love the most and that you look at that you feel like stood above other guys?
You know, there's a long line of them, and they go right back to John L. Sullivan, Jack Dempsey, Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Ken Norton, Joe Frazier, all these guys, the Klitschko brothers. There's been so many great champions. Even the guys from today like Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk and myself and everybody else, they're all good champions, but without sounding too sharp and clever, I place myself right on top of the pile. I believe that I could beat anyone in the history, any man born. I believe I've got a really good chance of beating him. There was always a way of beating Tyson Fury, and I've always said it very, very clearly. Just got to knock me spark out. If you can't do that, I'll win, and that's it. But like I say, I can only be the best of my era, and I'm definitely that.
Sean?
Tyson, congrats on winning one of the greatest fights of all time. What would you say were Deontay's effective adjustments and improvements tonight? What did he do better than the first two fights?
Can you say that again? Because I didn't hear you.
There's a really bad echo.
Oh,
really
Tyson, congratulations on winning one of the greatest fights of all time. What would you say were Deontay's effective adjustments and improvements from the first two fights tonight? That made it...
Yeah, I got it in time. Yeah, he improved, he worked on his boxing and stuff. It was a different fight, you know, it was a much different fight from fight 2 and a much different fight from fight 1. He came in real heavy tonight, like 238 pounds, and I believe that helped him, and he was definitely hitting solid. But you know what, I thought that we fought it all out there, and all the allegations that they made towards me, like throughout the build-up of this fight, and we fought like two warriors in there, and I went over to shake his hand and say, well done, and he was like, no, I don't respect you. I was like, how can you say I've cheated when you know in your own heart, and your full team knows that you just got beaten fair and square? So it's just like, he's just a sore loser in boxing or what, but I'm sure he's not the first one, and he won't be the last one. But I've acted like a gentleman throughout my career, and that's all I can do as a man.
Straight back here, Tyson. Dan Rayfield from The Ring Magazine. You mentioned a few moments ago, you had mentioned Alexander Usyk, and I just wondered, I know the fight just ended, a great fight, but do you have any thoughts or desires in the future to face him for the Undisputed Championship, to get those other belts? I know you're the lineal champion, but he seems like the guy that you might want to fight next, or Joshua if he wins the rematch.
We'll see, you know, I've just earned a well-earned break from everything. Been away from my family for 6 months. In total, been home 2 weeks out of the last 6 months. So before I start thinking about fighting other men, I'm going to bask in this victory, because this tonight was one of my greatest wins. I got off the floor to do it, and you know, I'm the big dog in the division. I believe that probably one of the heaviest heavyweight champions in history tonight, 277 pounds. And you know, I was fit, I was strong in there, I felt good, so yeah. Well, we'll just see what today brings and tomorrow as well.
Fair enough. One other question for you, Tyson.
Frank mentioned it earlier when he made his opening remarks. I wondered how, it was a great crowd here and a great enthusiasm, but give me your thoughts about not being able to have the British fans that are so raucous and supportive of their fighters in the building to support you.
You know, it was a great atmosphere in here tonight. The fans were amazing, and everybody who bought a ticket in here got the money's worth, definitely. But you know, the British fans couldn't travel, and we saw the support that I had last time in Vegas. Vegas would have been full of Brits. We sold this arena around 10 times if we'd have been allowed to travel. But you know, this is the pandemic, and worse things have happened at sea, and we'll see what happens next.